The rise of the wild boar. It rolls across the open fields like breath from the earth itself. And beneath that heat, something moves. Something ancient. Something hungry. What if everything you thought you knew about wild boars was wrong? We've all heard the stories, that they're destructive, invasive, monstrous creatures tearing through farmland and forests. But what if there's another side to the story? What if, buried beneath the chaos, there's a truth about their role in the ecosystem, and in our own survival, that no one talks about? Welcome to the front lines of the wild boar crisis, a battle shaping landscapes, economies, and even lives. This isn't just a story about animals. It's about power, survival, and the clash between humanity and nature itself. 1. The invasion begins. It starts in silence. A field, somewhere in Oklahoma, lit only by moonlight. The air hums with crickets. Then, a low grunt, soft at first, then louder. Within seconds, the ground trembles as dozens of massive boars surge through the brush. Their tusks glint like knives. Their hooves churn the soil. By morning, an entire acre of corn lies flattened. This is not a rare event. It's every night. Across America, over 6 million wild boars now roam freely, more than double the number from just 2 decades ago. From Texas to California, Florida to Kansas, these animals have spread like wildfire. They tear up fields, devour crops, and even invade suburbs. Their population is growing exponentially, doubling every 3 to 4 years. Why? Because wild boars are genetic survivors. They breed twice a year. Each sow can give birth to 10 or more piglets. They adapt faster than most species, to heat, cold, or even human traps. And they're not just strong. They're intelligent. They remember. They learn from each encounter with humans. 2. A crisis no one saw coming. Farmers are desperate. Ranchers are losing thousands of dollars a week. In Texas alone, wild boar damage is estimated at $2.5 billion annually, and climbing. But this crisis doesn't stop at the farm gate. Boars dig up riverbanks, causing massive erosion. They eat endangered plants, destroy turtle nests, and even attack livestock. And yet, it's not just the destruction that shocks people. It's their audacity. They no longer fear humans. They raid neighborhoods, topple trash bins, break fences, and storm highways. In rural Georgia, one farmer described it like this. It's like fighting ghosts. You never see them coming. You just wake up and it's all gone. The government calls it a biological invasion. Scientists call it ecological collapse in slow motion. But for the people on the ground, it's war. 3. Hunters on the front line. Meet Tom Riggins, a third-generation hunter from central Oklahoma. For Tom, wild boar hunting isn't sport, it's survival. His family's land stretches over 800 acres, and every night he patrols with thermal scopes, traps, and dogs. He used to hunt deer. Now, it's all hogs. They're smart, he says. Too smart. You trap 10, 20 come back. You shoot one, the rest scatter. You can't kill enough of them. Tom's voice breaks when he talks about his father's crops. Dad planted corn for 50 years. Now, we don't even bother. Each hunt is a battle. Boars charge. Bullets ricochet off thick hides. And sometimes, hunters don't make it home. But still, they go out. Because if they don't, no one will. 4. A global epidemic. It's not just America. This is a worldwide invasion. In Germany, wild boars tear through vineyards and dig up WW2-era mines. In Italy, they roam city streets. In Japan, abandoned towns after the Fukushima disaster have been completely overtaken by feral hogs. And in Australia, they're threatening fragile wetlands and spreading disease among livestock. Each country faces the same impossible question. Can we coexist with them, or must we destroy them? 5. The hidden role of the boar. Here's where things get complicated. Because despite the destruction, some ecologists say the wild boar plays a vital role in restoring ecosystems. Their rooting, the very act that devastates farms, helps aerate the soil. It mixes nutrients, allowing new plants to grow. They disperse seeds, clear dense undergrowth, and in some forests, help prevent larger wildfires. So who's the villain? The animal? Or the imbalance we created? Humans brought boars to new continents for sport and food centuries ago. We changed landscapes, removed predators, and left them to multiply unchecked. Now we're paying the price. The truth is uncomfortable. We made the monster, and now we have to face it. 6. The human toll. Farmers are breaking down. Communities are divided between animal rights activists and desperate landowners. Some nights, hunters return from the fields trembling, not from fear of the boars, but from guilt. Because every time a hunter pulls the trigger, it's not just about protection. It's about frustration, anger, and the deep human pain of losing what generations built. Power. Survival. Fear. These are not just wild animals. They're symbols, of nature's revenge, of human arrogance, of the fragile balance between control and chaos. 7. The turning point. Governments are now experimenting with radical solutions. Helicopter hunts where snipers take out entire sounders. Drone tracking using infrared sensors. Genetic sterilization programs designed to control breeding. But experts warn. We can't shoot our way out of this. Unless something changes, projections show the wild boar population could triple by 2035. At that point, containment will be impossible. This is more than a wildlife problem. It's a warning. Point 8. Closing reflection. As night falls again over the plains, the heat settles. The hum of crickets fades beneath the low grunt of something moving in the dark. We stare into the black, knowing that out there, millions of tusks glint under the moonlight. Unseen. Unstoppable. Maybe. This is what balance looks like when the scales tip too far. Maybe this is nature reminding us, she always collects her debt. So the next time you hear that rustle in the grass, remember, the wild isn't gone. It's just getting closer. Heat. Power. Reckoning. Share your thoughts in the comments. Are wild boars villains, or survivors of our own making? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on Vendor and Wildlife for the next chapter in this untamed saga. Stay sharp. Stay curious. Stay ahead.